We have a panel of experts assembled. We have donkeys and elephants together. Oh my, should be fun. Let's see what they think about all this. We have Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat. Feel free to talk over each other, disagree, do whatever you want, just no fist fights.
I was going to say.
Well, if you want. Babe Buchanan is here, Chris Kofinas, Ann Coulter, and Ed Gordon. Let's pick up on the theme that Harry was touching on. As the Republicans put it, this scenario of total domination by the Democrats if they make significant gains in Congress and Barack Obama wins. Let's begin with you, Babe.
Well, what's that mean is Republicans go back into the wilderness. We've been there before, and we'll have to reconnoiter. We'll have to get together and see how we can get some real definition to this party once again.
What do you think that means?
Well, it's a dramatic change in the country. Basically, in 1980, you had a political realignment where the country moved to the right. You had another realignment in 92 with Clinton where it kind of moved to the center-left. And now it's been right over the last 8 years. Now we're moving back to the center-left. And so in that sense, it's a dramatic statement. What I think is the most significant is not that I think Barack Obama is going to win the White House today, but down ballot, it's going to be those coattails are going to be amazing, both in the Senate and the House races. There's real momentum and excitement with the Democrats today.
And
I think that would be, assuming Obama wins, I think that would be a total disaster for him, because we were just talking about this. If as many Democrats keep trying to persuade me Obama is not as insanely left-wing as I think he is, well, a Democrat House and Senate are going to push him into signing bills, into enacting legislation that will be crazy left-wing. The best thing that could happen to Obama is that he does not have a Democrat House and Senate and governs as a moderate Democrat, which I don't think is particularly his inclination, but some people do.
Let me suggest two things to Ann. A, I don't think that he'll be very disappointed if, in fact, he gets a Democratic Congress. That's one. Secondly, I don't think Obama is going to be one who's swayed by Democrats in the House. Any of us who've covered him for a mighty long time understands that he has a roadmap. If you look at how this has been run, he stuck to his roadmap no matter what, and I think you're going to see him govern that way. I don't think anybody's going to push him anymore.
I want to ask you a question that I asked David Plouffe, Obama's campaign manager, this morning. If he loses, despite everything that he has going for him, will it be because A, his tax plan, B, his past associations, or C, racism? Faye?
Without question, it'll be his tax plan. I think that the country is not far left, and he is in that tax plan basically informs the American people that he truly is to the far left. You have 60% of Americans think he's there, and only 20% of Americans themselves identify into that category. So I think that where many other people will try to make another argument, it will be because of his philosophy.
Okay, we have 2 minutes, so Chris, what do you think?
I mean, listen, I think the country has moved in a different direction. The last 8 years have shown one thing, that basically Republican policies and Republican leadership in the White House is a disaster. And so what I think you've seen is the Obama campaign tap that energy and excitement, not only amongst Democrats, but amongst Republicans and independents that want to go a new direction. So I don't think it's going to be one particular thing if he loses. I mean, I don't believe that. I mean, the reality here is you have the country moving direction, you have the most sophisticated, aggressive campaign. McCain does not have that.
Okay, what about past associations? Do you think that'll be an issue, Ann?
Oh, I think the whole left-wing picture, the wanting to raise taxes, the William Ayers, the Weatherman, the Jeremiah Wright, the whole thing. And if there is an upset from what the polls say now, it's exactly the opposite of racism. It's people who are afraid to tell pollsters they're not voting for the black candidate. You know, they don't want to say, well, I'm voting for McCain, but it's not because Obama's black. You know, why bother wasting the words? Just say Obama.
Okay, if he doesn't win, why could it be?
It won't be the association. I think that there's so few people who really concern themselves with Reverend Wright now. It was asked and answered. That's moved forward. I think race certainly always plays a role in this country. One has to hope with this election, if Obama wins, we'll move forward, but it will not eradicate racism. The tax plan will certainly play a role, as will many other things, including, I think, what some will suggest, as Ann said, would be latent racism if polls are to be believed and he loses.
But it's reverse racism.
I think there's more chance of John McCain, a so-called Bradley effect for Obama. I think there's more chance of a reverse Bradley effect for John McCain, where you have Republicans going into that voting booth who have told their friends and family, I'm voting for John McCain. Guess what? They vote for Barack Obama.
No, they're voting for Palin.
I think there are more people who are going to vote for Barack Obama because he is black, white and black, than there are voting against him for that reason.
All right, Babe Buchanan, Chris Kofinas, Ann Coulter, Ed Gordon, thank you all.